Where's the dang overlay button? Dang it! I thought professionalism and not, and there we are. Welcome to Canucks with Guitars. I'm Ben. That's Terry. This is Trev. Guys, even unmuted. I unmuted the mics during the song. They didn't say squat. Perfect. They know the role, I guess. Yes, welcome. We've already got a Turbo suitcase in the chat with many more to come. You heard all the pinch harmonics during that song, and that was me doing all the pinch harmonics in that song. Just get my Billy Gibbons on. So,
I was going to say, yes. I like the cocked wah sound in that.
No, that was just Andrew's mid-focus tone.
And it was that cocked wah
he did the bit of the wah coming out, out of the chorus for the turnaround. But who do we got in the chat here? Wow. We've got Martian Murray, Ferd Burfel, Keith H., Ryan Hall, Mr. Anderson 59, Paul McNary, and the Cats. Charles 75N just popped in. Charles is going to have to go to watch the beginning on replay so you can hear all the pinch harmonics. Gear Junkie 35 is here. Who else? James Hawking. Nice. T. Ricky. JP Page 2. Awesome time last night. Forgot to reply to your email. Thank you very much for coming on. Totally flaked I've had a day. We'll just say that. I also got to answer Ryan's email. It's been a day. LRM Guitars is here. Randy Crooks. Billy Baloney. Hip Metalworks. BC Rich 581. Scott Brockway. Presley California Customs. Doug Santanello. He's tired, so am I. I'm drinking tea again tonight because I had all the ons an hour ago. So, some guy named Terry's 3Gs. Never heard of him. Mark's Gas Station. Welcome, my friend. Eddie Fay. Who else we got in here? Early birds and such. Unfucking believable. Yeah. Jonathan McCullough. He's going to try and stay awake. That's cool. That's cool. He's in the UK, so it's a late night. Keith Campbell, first in the chat, hanging out on Sunset Strip. That's fine. Thomas Santiago, tuned in at the bottom. LRMC's Beaver. Yep. John Shane.
Speaking of which, get your own Canucks of Guitars shirt in the merch store.
Link down below. Spreadshirt.ca or .com. Either way works. Yes. You know what, Billy? I also learned things last night. Okay, I thought Gear Junkie said just waiting for the next Playboy. I'm like, wait, you still got the monthly subscription? I get it. The eyes are just not working. So it is live Q&A. Tuning in for the first time, please subscribe. Hit that like. You know, it helps a fella out. And it is live Q&A, guitar-based, but we'll pretty much answer anything Canadian, or try. And yes, I did check out the Charles 75N latest video where he showed how, you know, preparation. Just fill in the holes for the pickguard if you're not going to use a pickguard. That made sense. I fully agree.
I must have missed that in the feed unless it just came out within.
Thank you. Wow, Jonathan says I'm one of the few people that can pronounce his name correct. Well, I did have some McCulloughs living down the road from me, and I believe that's how they said it. I think. I am. Now I'm doubting how I'm saying it, so don't just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And also, yes, new guitar day. I was mentioning to Terry off air that, you know, I did the math, and based on the amount of guitars acquired by this date, I'm on pace for 73 plus guitars this year. And I cannot keep up that pace, and I don't have the room. There will be no NAS Canucks set. It'll just be a wall of guitars all the way down there, just in rack. Yeah.
We'll turn in the NAS Canucks with guitars.
Right? Oh, that was the last episode. Of course, took Trev half the show to realize. He goes, wait a minute. That's not the right set. Like, lifestyle choices.
So I was saying I was laughing.
First question of the night. Can you make Caline fuzzes sound good? No.
Huh?
Not my experience.
I gotta find that. Okay. So K-Line's the lower tier brand.
I've owned a few of them.
Yeah.
Not me.
You
Did
know,
not work for me.
That's the inherent problem when you start dealing with like the Amazon branding or lower tier branding.
Well, and see, yeah, in all fairness, the Fuzzy Bear was the one that I tried. And then it was part of the trade-in for the gear last year. And they're like, we'll give you this much for the Fuzzy Bear. And I'm like, fucking right you will. Awesome. I was asking less for it on Kijiji, and it got no takers.
Yeah, I was actually going to make that suggestion, Gear Junkie, is actually maybe send it to Brock and maybe, or Scott Brockway, and maybe Scott can...
Brock for short.
Twiddle around with
Sup,
it
Brock?
And make it.
Everyone, Billy? Okay, now, granted, the only time, Billy, I've ever sounded good with fuzz, I usually have to use a hand-wired boutique fuzz to achieve it. So... Probably is, John. I'm sure there's a strain called Fuzzy Bear. I'm sure of it. I would not doubt it. So what we'll do is, we got 38 people watching. We'll allow a few more people to pop in, even though every time it's a new guitar day show, you're going to show the guitar off 4.3 times per hour. As people come in, what'd you get? I just put it down. No. So we'll wait till the 10-minute mark. 39, because Josh made it. Apparently his daughter was better behaved tonight than last night. So, see, he missed less of the beginning. I'm just giving Josh a hard time. I love his daughter. She's awesome.
In regards to fuzz, I'll agree with you, Ben. I think definitely when you can get a better quality, more kind of refined fuzz
Mm-hmm.
and kind of go from there, I think you can do better fuzz stuff. But you also have to have that knowledge and understanding about which notes and scales and whatnot also play better with fuzz than, say, like,
There is
you
certain,
can't
yeah, that's
necessarily
weird.
do
Yeah, that's
that.
an interesting point you bring up. It is weird. I was talking to Dad about that. Similar guitars, certain keys almost will be louder or sound a
Yep.
little different. Sup, Surfer B? Yeah, Radio Up Church. Like, I remember gigging one night, and the first song of the night that we played in the key of B, I was like, I played a B, and I went, whoo! Back off the tone pot on the Telecaster. It's a little shrill. So, Robert Ramford's here as well. Awesome. So yeah, beware with your fuzzes and try them with different guitars and stuff. Some like, my rule of thumb is if it's a fuzz face type circuit, I stick to single coils. If it's a muff style, I go for humbuckers. For the fabric top Charles is making for me, thank you for the super chat. Randy Crooks, he says, for the fabric top Charles is making for me, that once I get it, I'm putting Texas Specials, Fender locking tuners, and CTS pots, and a 4-way switch. Excuse me. I fully approve of this, Mr. Randy. And not because it's in Super Chat form, because some of my favorite telly pickups prior to getting into YouTube were Texas Specials, Terry. Like I always say, if I was ever going to upgrade the pickups in a telly, I'd put the Texas Specials in it. And of course, we know I love the 4-way switch. And if you don't like CTS pots, well, you can unsubscribe me right now. Look at that. Nobody unsubscribed, Terry. Not one. Why? Because we all know. What's up, Sassy Cat? Dana in New Jersey's here as well. I'm liking that, Randy, and I saw the fabric choice. Perfect for you, dude. Perfect. I love it. It's hippy dippy awesome.
Guitarology.
So yes,
Brad the guitarologist.
You mean guitarologist?
If so, he's been around for ages. Or did he shorten it to guitarologist?
No, it's a different channel, I think. It might be guitology, but yeah, the guitarologist. So we are now 12, almost 13 minutes in, 42 people watching. So there's a tease here. There it is. I had no idea. A friend reached out to me on the weekend and said, hey, I have one guitar left and I want you to have it. Dwight Bailey. And I'm not going to get into the exact reasonings behind this because, frankly, we don't need 44 people, well, 47, including 3 of us on screen, all crying. So it is Brad the guitarologist. See Brad. So, anyways.
But get back to what you're saying, Ben.
Let's show the guitar. I did not get a 59 burst for free. I got I don't know what year burst for free, we'll call it, because it does appear to be a burst. But we'll start at the bottom and work our way to the top, Terry.
And me and Trevor have only seen the corner. Oh, no way.
It might be the year of the F-hole, Terry.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, look at the fret inlays. I kind of dig them.
Oh yeah,
a little different.
Nice.
A little different take.
I'm gonna take a guess what the brand on the headstock is gonna be, but
Okay,
I'll
go
wait
for
till
it.
you reveal it. Ibanez.
No, you say it first. What?
That's what I said was
It's a what?
Ibanez.
You would not be correct. Why? Well, trust me,
Okay.
I don't know what that says. That says something, but
It's Japanese.
it's got a fleur de lis.
No way.
It's
No way.
made in Vietnam because it's I don't know what is that.
Huh?
It's
Ivy, or something like that, or IYV or something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
So I said, "Where'd you get that? The Jungle website?" And he said, "No, I got it off Amazon." And I went, "That is the Jungle website." Also, Trev.
Wow.
It's as thick as a Les Paul. Now, interesting. I think it's another one of those times where they use the Google Translate function, Terry, to put some branding on it. Yep. Okay, and I want to get Trev in on this because Trev, you're a little mechanical, and Hip is good. Okay, Hip, if you have a drink, please put it down because you're going to spill it from giggling. Please. All right. The pickups have writing on them, Terry. You're not going to be able to read the writing, but I'm just trying to show. See, there's a little writing under the screws, okay? This is what it says, Trev. Destiny.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Wait. Destiny. CNC wound. I don't know about you, but the last time I checked, the CNC machine cuts stuff and doesn't wind stuff. CNC wound. I was like,
well,
that's impressive.
That would be curious to see if somebody actually.
Wait, we lost Trev's sound. Has Trev been quiet the whole show? Wait a minute. How did we go 16 minutes in the show and Trev, we have no Trev? How?
I wondered because I didn't hear him say it.
Now?
We can hear you now.
Yes, we can hear you now. Oh my God.
Trev was being very bored. Yes. So CNC wound. I did plug it in. It is darker sounding than the Gretsch, but that's okay because the Gretsch is very bright sounding. So,
more flavors.
I like something a little darker, a little jazzier, if you will. There is some form of center block. I can see a block under here, but the block seems to end at the pickups. But I don't have a long enough finger to poke through to see if it's actually hollow under this part. I don't know. It's definitely made of some kind of wood. I don't know. I'm sure it's some kind of laminate with a veneer because there is like no movement, none in the wood. So appears to be a mahogany neck, but it could be that NATO stuff. And it has a volute, which I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, at least for people that like a volute.
For those who like volutes, it has one. The frets are remarkably good, unbelievable. Right here, I'm feeling just a touch of lack of finish, like just on like the top of the fret, Terry, where it goes out over the binding. I can feel just a touch, like it's not totally seated, maybe. I don't know, but basically with a file. But down here, for instance, feels great. They did some the nut, however. Oh, the nut. Lots of sharp edges. And the nut is actually just a touch too narrow. Like, I can feel the binding sticking out further from the side of the neck. But it's cut nice and low. And I don't know what these frets are. They look like jumbo frets, but they're not overly tall. They look a little shorter than wide. So they're dressed down a bit. Which far out.
Yep.
But made in Vietnam, apparently. I haven't looked up the specs or anything. Totally should have done that before we did the show. But it's got a serial number, and it says made in Vietnam. So,
as far as I know, that's basically just like the Fireflies.
Well, it's still got the condoms over the tuner covers.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got the binding all the way around. We got the bound neck. I like the light color on the neck. Okay, like an old Japanese guitar. And
what I was gonna say was the finish on it's really nice. Like
it's kind of almost a walnut stain, but not really. It's different. I don't have anything like it, and now I do. And so
it kind of reminds me a little bit of, as they call it, root beer burst.
They're saying it's mahogany. This is good.
Exactly as what Bird said. They do get good reviews, that brand.
Do they? And worst case scenario, you throw a set of pickups in it, and there we go, right? Because let's be honest, most electric guitars, that's all they need is a set of pickups. Maybe a nut. Maybe some tuners.
It honestly kind of would give you the Bird's Land kind of fill-in.
Well, Actually, you know what void that fills for me,
Single
Terry?
cut.
When he gave it to me, I said, "That's awesome! You just saved me $2,600." And he says, "How would I save you $2,600?" I said, "Because that's about the price of a Guild Starfire 2, which I've wanted forever and a day, which is a thin line single cut F holes with 2 humbuckers. Because I can't afford an ES 175, so I was going to go for a Guild Starfire 2, out of tune like a Les Paul as well. No, that was me pressing the hell out of it, John. It does sound pretty loud unplugged. I'll admit that, Jeff. Just as loud as my full hollow body. And so now I really got to make some room. They're starting to wander down the studio, Trav. Is what I'm saying. Can a fella? If we look and then we rotate, that's where they're supposed to end. But then they continue on and on. There's another one behind it. There's another one over there. See, they're getting into... See, they're already starting to invade the NASCAR studio, is what I'm saying.
Definitely encroaching the other studio.
Yeah, so... Well, easy now. Why don't you put that on the tabletop? There we go. Well, yeah, we'll just angle a little more that way tonight so you can see it a little more. So, whoop, there it is. So, what's up, Robert Ranford? Guitar Man 45's here. So, look out for a Darman Starfires. Good guitars and a lot cheaper.
Yes, very true, Billy.
But yeah, I wanted a single cut semi-hollow body for quite a while. But again, figure I'll wander into the right Guild Starfire 2 or ES 175 at some point in life down the road. And well, now I don't have to look as hard. So I'm hoping at this point I'm not buying any more guitars this year. Although we may end with 71.
If people can keep giving guitars to you, that might be the case.
Yeah. If you too would like to send me a guitar and be one of those 73. Then Ben's on hard time. I open up Kijiji. Every ad going back 10 days is you. Yep. I Rock Zed Blues. Zach Thong. Good to see you, fellas.
Thomas.
And I did see another question earlier, so now I gotta scroll back. I got distracted.
I saw a comment from our
Welcome
friend
to
Guitar
Ben
Man
Coombs
saying he bought himself
Guitar
a Slash guitar because it had an incredible burst.
Nice.
Looking forward to seeing that in our next Water Buffalo meeting.
Yep, that will be Wednesday of next week, possibly. Let's see here. Yes, Charles, Wednesday the 18th at 6 p.m. Central. Please.
Well, that's interesting.
But you don't have to stop wet sanding just to do that because he's probably multitasking.
It's interesting, this statement that Randy made up here at 8:14. Randy Upchurch says, "Nice guitar. Not a Burst fan. Burst is like a ran out of paint job."
Ran out of paint job. I see that. Why not CNC is computer numeric control? Fine. Eddie Fay dropping the knowledge. Oops. He's mute. No, I didn't want to hit that. What I wanted to hit, Trev, was our new feature because someone just dropped knowledge in the chat.
There it is.
And it's more, All right. You cannot scroll up through the options to see comments. So we're just going to scroll. See, I'd asked the person to type the question again, but they wrote a fairly long question and I don't know who did it, so I can't ask them.
LRM Guitarist says, "My free Squire, I'm replacing tuners, nut bridge, and installing loaded pickguard. Also have new input." Oh, that's practically a brand new guitar.
To answer Charles's question for Randy, it should be out of phase for your fourth, so it gives you that strat sound. Just saying. No.
Hey, Eddie.
Maybe. Come on. Well, oh no, there's Randy Super Chat. So I'm. All right. Somebody asked a question about pick guards, and if you could type it again, I would like to answer the question because I can't find it. So, please, if you don't mind. Just saying. So I'm going to scroll to the bottom because there's Fruitcake Tony. We got another guitar, Tony. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Mesa Guitar Guy. And I want to shout out Riff, who's likely lurking, who is also our newest channel member. But here you go, Tony.
That's awesome.
It's right up your alley. I know it needs stripes, but, you know, what are you going to do? There we go. It's not an SA-126. Pumpkinhead Guitar, Spiritualism, and Philosophy. I'm not here. That's fine. I didn't see you. Nope. Ah, it was Jonathan McCullough. Ah. All right. Can a fella... Oh, there's... Hey, hello, Basil. Are the prices for American-made guitars getting too crazy? I wonder if the market will soon collapse. I don't know. I've been asking myself that question for 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, what? A Strat is $1,000 now? How can that be? All right, so Jonathan McCullough.
I would say with the way the recession is right now, I don't think guitar prices are going to come down anytime soon.
Are we actually in a recession right now?
No, according to some countries.
Some people say we are.
A little bit above the Super Chat, Ben. It's like 10 lines. It's like 10 lines up from the Super Chat.
Okay, thank you. Did I pass the Super Chat already? No, there it is. All right. Yeah, go ahead, Trev. Oh, there it is.
Pickguard question. Does a black pickguard appear to tarnish within 1 month of new from use? I have never had a pickguard before, as strange as it sounds. So what's the wear and tear like on pickguards?
Well, I've seen players wear through pickguards in the past.
I guess there's a lot of variables there, right?
But
sweat,
yeah, by like a tarnish almost sounds like something interacted with it, right? That's
what I was going to say. What kind of tarnishing are you talking about?
Now, if it's a very cheap pickguard, they're made out of very soft plastic, so they are susceptible to scratching a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And of course, black will show off every imperfection because all you see is the reflection. You don't actually see the black per se. Well, you do, but you don't. Yeah, that is weird. That's really weird.
Well, the reason why I even asked
black
that is
tarnished after 4 weeks from new. Never had a pickguard before. Yeah. Like this one's
usually
actually
when you say tarnish, it usually has to do with metal. So that's why it's kind of weird to hear that.
And I can feel those scratches. But there are ways to... Wow, they did not polish that piece of metal before they chromed it. It looks like almost orange peel. Wow. Okay, so there is a way to restore pickguards, and I will be doing a video on that because somebody asked. You've seen my videos? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That would not be a cheap pickguard if it's what I think we're talking about. Yeah, it just sounds... I'm almost wondering if it's, just really susceptible to scratching, which happens. That's what it's there for. Save to finish. Huh. That was weird, though. There's Riff! Welcome, our newest channel member. Which, if you'd like to help support the channel, click the join button. And speaking of which, I got to shout out some patrons. Well, Wills. There we are. You stay there. I'll be back. Because somebody else is going to enter the chat and say, what'd you get? So, we will... Minutes. Yeah.
Oh. Yes,
all right.
I just went to said individual's channel and... Well,
yeah, we're not saying the brand, Terry.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's a good brand. Anyways, if you'd like to support the channel, and honestly, the best way outside of directly PayPaling to support the channel, become a patron, because they take next to nothing out of the cut. You get exclusive video content as well as the Water Buffalo meetings twice a month, which my sister's been threatening to sit in on one too. So we may have to behave, but I'll warn everybody in advance. Don't worry. Want to shout out LRM Guitars, T. Ricky, Guitar Man 45, Cousin Todd Flowers, Cousin Doug Strong, Cousin Randy Cricks, Cousin Mahogany, Cousin Fruitcake Tony, Cousin Blackjack Guitar, Cousin Keith H. I see a pattern here. Paul McNary and the Cats. I really should put that and the Cats. Other left, Philip Canuck. Ferd Murphy, already got the hat. JP Page 2. Guru. Just saying it. John ZD351. Saw John in the chat last week. Brother Bent Tom. He knows all about the stuff. Jeff K. Grumpy Mike Guitar. Symmetry. I know that guy. Gear Junkie 35. Charles Green. Unfucking believable. And Dr. Fabric Top himself. Yep. Thank you, one. Thank you all for the continued support. It really does help keep the lights on and the hamsters turning the wheels. Patrick Traits is here. And pants are optional. Well, just have the cameras up if she's on. That's what I'm saying. Randy's like just yelling at, I'm still waiting for my water buffalo hat. Well, did you order it? Because I'm not shipping them.
Yeah, there's
all
definitely
right.
not something in the
We'll go
store.
around the table so we can have a tiebreaker and see if who's on the right or wrong side of history. LRM Guitar is asked Les Paul with or without a pickguard. Terry? Trev?
Depends on the finish
Without.
/ top.
I'm a without.
So Trev's a without. Sorry, Terry, what'd you say?
I said depends on the finish /
Okay.
top.
So you're like, if it's all flamey, I'm ripping off the guard, but if it's, say, like a custom that's in black, I'll leave the guard on. Just as an example.
Yeah, like I mean, a solid color like black, they usually look good with like the creamish pickguard on it. Whereas something that has maybe like a nice flame top to it, you might want to pull the pickguard off of that. Like, it's kind of like
The
a lot
correct
of guitars
answer is
nowadays.
you're both wrong. You always leave the pickguard on the Les Paul. My channel, I get to say that. Yeah, I'm going with
no
Wiz.
bias there at all.
And I don't like the fact that they just throw the guard in the case and you got to install it yourself. So I got to drill holes into my flame top. Thanks, Gibson.
That right there is the first sign that it's not the right thing to do.
No, it's just laziness at the factory. I think they should knock off at least $2 off the price because they didn't pay somebody to drill the holes.
They did it right the one year when they actually had it that you can actually plug the pickguard into the bottom of the pickup ring.
Yeah, they did the rare earth magnet thing, right?
Yeah.
Which, now that I like. Magnetic pickguard. That's cool. But yes, those that are saying without are all wrong in the chat. And by the way, speaking of which, happy 79th birthday to Jimmy Page.
Right.
Wow.
And he left his pickguards on. As Kim referenced, well, her legs covering up, but you can see the top of the pickguard right there. I'm just saying. That's actually Jimmy Page's burst right now on my arm.
And even in the one.
John Shane says pickguards mess with the tuning. But pickguards also improve your tone by 8%. So
34.2 tone, or Billy said.
Yeah, I like it actually. Yeah, 34%. So yeah, I understand
Josh
that
agrees
it
with me. It depends on the top.
Basil asks, how many guitars do you think Slash has sold for Gibson? A lot.
Oh, quite a lot. Yeah.
Considering he's up to like 15 different bursts in his signature line.
They do an Epiphone version of that? I guess they do, right?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, now see, D-Mac, I think he might have right. If it comes with the pickguard on, you leave it on it. If not, then leave it off. Natural selection.
Yep.
I like it. Path of least resistance.
Not this coming Wednesday, Charles. Next week, the 18th. The 7 Eastern, yes. John says, tone ain't nothing without being in tune. Unless you want to have a self-chorusing guitar. John Duchesne will never play a 12-string, Trev, because you can't. They don't tune, basically, is what I'm saying. Let's see. John is just like, Christ, this shows your best pickguard show. Oh, we've gone over stuff on shows. Oof. Ferd says, I saw a Trogley episode where he had an older Les Paul with some kind of a celluloid pickguard that got eaten away by off-gassing nitro finish.
Interesting.
I've seen it. Well, like my Martin, my pickguard's all curling up from curing.
Well, it's just it. I mean, they say that like with a lot of finishes, you can't put a certain finish over top of one.
Basil or Basil, but I think it's Basil. Eric Johnson removes every other screw from his pickguards. True or false? False. Eric Johnson probably has his guitar tech remove every other screw on the pickguard. Right?
Probably in that instance, yes.
John says, made my hands are toxic. Well, a good way to know about that, what happens if you just hold a piece of plastic in your, like, get your hand good and sweaty, and just, if a similar plastic, and just see what happens. Does it affect it or not?
Yes, we've actually talked about that before on here and on other...
Now, I do know, in all reality, Basil, doesn't matter which one, we just need a fender. There we go. So, what guys will do, though, back off this screw right here on a Telecaster, or similar screw on a Strat. So that way you can, well, this one's right down, but you can wedge your picks in, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like so. I used to do that. Wedge my picks all the way around, because I didn't want to put tape. But, yeah, or there. That's pretty standard. And it's surprising, actually, how many pickguards you take off guitars and find picks underneath.
Yeah. How did that pick get in there? Oh, never mind.
Shake, rattle, and roll.
Now, you can't do that with a Gibson. Unless you play those picks that Steve from Boston likes. Those Euro picks. Now, you can wedge under a Les Paul pickguard, because it's fucking half an inch off.
Probably, yeah.
That would look hilarious, eh? Two of those big picks just wedged in.
Every time
I'm
you
trying to
keep saying
Basil,
Basil, I can only think
coriander.
of Austin Powers. Basil 14, please report to
Link is in your email. Thank you, Charles. Do we have any other non or pickguard related questions? All my picks are in the dryer, Billy says. I just leave mine right on the table here. It's bad. Like, I went to the music store the other day and I was playing the Gretsch and I didn't have a pick with me. Because I don't carry picks anymore.
Oh my god,
I used to carry them in my wallet.
Wouldn't that be the ultimate prank? Why does this Fender Smuggler's Telecaster feel so heavy? And then you take the pick guard off and the cavity is all full of, like, metal picks or something.
It's got, like, 200 picks stuffed in under there.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Jonathan.
Jeez.
What else we got here? Billy's like, Gibson really didn't make guitars for long haul. Fading finishes and dissolving plastics.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But, yeah, getting back to the thing about your...
Mr. Anderson asked, does Eric Johnson remove the back plate? Again, his tech removes the back.
Yeah. Reference his tech.
Ooh, that's an interesting idea, Ferd.
Yeah.
I seen that.
And favorite pick to lose in a pickguard? Why, that would be the Master 8 picks from Japan. Which refuses to focus. Focus. Look at that serrated edge. No, Ben doesn't do pick slides. Ever.
Honky.
Now, in all fairness, you're like, wow, that pick's really chewed up. I've been using this pick for the better part of a year. Probably. To the point where I can see it's totally worn down on this side, and when I flip it over, it's totally worn down on that edge. To a point where it's a different curve now. It's becoming
like
a stubby.
I said, I used to always be using the chicken picks for electric, but ever since you sent me that one, I've been using that since on my electrics.
These things, and the grip, it's like they don't seem grippy when you first pick them up, Terry, but you don't drop them.
Yeah. Yep.
It's It's interesting. I think it's the print that they use. It's like a rubberized print, and then they do a little bit of laser cutting as well on the other side to etch it.
Yep.
I can't remember how much these cost. They're available at tesiswitch.com, and you don't have to pay full price because you can use coupon code Canucks and save 15%. Just saying. Eddie says, if you remove the back plate, wouldn't the springs snag on things? That's why I leave my back plate on, because I'm afraid of my belt buckle getting tangled up with trim screws or trim spring. Although the back's off the Kramer now because it's got the big block.
It honestly
Randy
depends.
Has great picks and loves them. Prime tool picks. Haven't tried those. Brad Guitar Miller's here.
Hey, Brad.
You can get free picks as well when you order something from PTM Guitars, and they could be 1 mil picks. They could be 88. Or they'd be 0.88s, which I assume is less. There's Barry. What's up? So yes, also available. Which I should actually bust out one of these. But next, let's go with an 88 to start with, because that's a 1 mil. 1 mil was my go-to playing rhythm guitar. Just didn't give, really. I just dig in. That I use the LPD picks quite a bit. Actually, these feel a lot like the LPD. Oh, Brad, I hadn't snagged these out of the package. The logo was raised a bit. Like, enough that you can feel it. I like that. Nice. I like that a lot, Brad. I like that. Oh, wait. Did I miss another one? Oh, and there's 73s as well, apparently. 73s will work best for pick slides, Terry. Just so you know. Fun fact. Do not use 1 mil picks for pick slides. It just rubs across. You got to dig into the string winds, Trav. You want a thin pick. Like a buzzsaw. Which I used to do. Have a few thin picks on the mic stand just in case there was a pick slide heavy song I had to play.
I'm still, for actually using a pick on acoustic, I'm still defaulting to the Dragonfire.
Oh, yes. Keith H. says, excuse me, next video, how to get a pick out of a semi-hollow body. Carefully.
Well, 45-degree angle and a lot of shaking.
Yeah, I used for years, and I still have, because I switched, and I bought a bulk, so I still have a pack. You can tell that was in the case for 2 years, but yeah, the Tortex 1 mils.
Nice.
That's, yeah, I used a lot of heavy. Dunlop heavy. Nice.
Buy a 12-pack every few months.
So apparently this is all about the P's. Pickguards, picks. Sure.
Turbo plastic stuff. Plastic accessories.
Plastics.
Plastics. We're going to go till about the top of the hour tonight, folks. I won't go till, I'll be honest, it's a little sore to be sitting in one spot for any length of time. Orange Tortex for years. That's what my dad used. Towards the end of his playing. The Tortexes were out on the market. He got into the orange Tortex. Which I remember using some of those, Trev, and being that they're thinner. And, working on my James Hetfield technique of nothing but downstrokes.
Yeah.
The pick ended up curved after a while. I just bent the curve into it. And Dad's like, what did you do? I was like, downstrokes. He's like, you can alternate pick, right? To double your pick speed. I'm like, doesn't sound right, though. And he's like, what do you mean? It's got more swing. I'm like, yeah, but that's the whole point. There is no swing. We're talking Master of Puppets, downstrokes. I thought of this, Trev. How to explain the difference to a metalhead. Master of Puppets is all downstrokes. For Horsemen, alternate picking. Because you got that swing. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that up and down. Master of Puppets, all the downs. Everyone tried the coins like Brian May. I tried some Canadian coins once. Did not see the appeal. So
I see how a round edge would be very good.
Yeah. Let's
A
see.
dime
Charles says
wouldn't be
you
very
hand the
good.
semi-hollow to someone with more patience and better lifestyle choices. That's how you get the pick out. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see here. Randy Crooks asks, has any of you tried the Dylan Talks tone pickups? I have not, but there are people in here that have. Hey, Travis. So, Travis kind of got another guitar.
Oh, this is the famed Travis, is it?
This is Travis from local Long and McQuaid.
Oh,
By far my favorite employee there. There you go, bud.
hey, Travis.
Yeah. Travis
oh,
is
no, what did you get?
Yeah,
You know
it's
what threw me
from
off?
Amazon. It's a Ivy. It was a
What
gift.
threw me off was when you were bringing the headstock down, and I seen the fleur de lis. For a second, I thought
Right.
it was an Agile.
Yeah, I can see that. I gotta do the Google Translate, take a photo of the truss rod cover to find out what that says.
Yeah,
And I don't even know which way do I take the photo this way or this way? I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I
And,
can't say I've seen that on the headstocks of. Those.
Yeah, Brad Miller has done the Dylan Talk tone pickups. Oh, that is a little out, John. You're right. But I'm not going to fix it. I kind of liked the logo on the headstock. I kind of dig that. And it's kind of like, we're going to do the tips like a Gibson, but we'll do the middle like an Epiphone, Terry. So either both got to sue us or neither of us. Yeah. It's a little bit Epiphone, a little bit Gibson.
Well, it's
Long and
the
McQuaid sounds like a
headstock
70s
that
cop show.
nobody can actually sue
Oh,
about
Billy.
because everyone uses it now.
I think. Ooh. Oh, you can just hear that. All right, so this clearly needs some moisture on the fretboard. I think this Friday's video is going to be a string change on this, Terry. Is that what it's going to be? I just get a guitar every week, and then every Friday video is a restring. Yes, Barry. IYV. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, IYV.
Starring Dennis Weaver, of course. Hip Metalworks. How many like metal picks of any type of metal? Ryan Hall asks. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Actually, I don't think I've tried a metal pick before.
Didn't I send you one, Terry? One of these?
No.
So this is another Japanese pick. I don't think they're sold anymore through Tesi. I could be wrong. I have been in the past. Well, there's two in there. They're so thin. There's two in there. See, they are thin. There you go, Trev.
No.
Oh my god.
What does that do when you do a pick slide? You snap your string?
No, you shred the finish off the side of the pick.
Yeah.
However, with my style of attack, because I don't hit perfectly across the strings, I hit at an angle across the strings.
Sure.
When you move the strings into the light after I broke the string, the high E after 3 minutes of use, and I moved it into the light, and it looked like diamond cut strings. They were just glistening all where I'm like, ooh! So these
I
kind of
think I remember that now, yeah. I think I remember you talking about that.
Do I have the pick out that I actually used?
Shark fin picks. Well, if it was legitimate shark fin, that'd be illegal now.
Well, apparently I have a pick from Vintage Guitars. Had the pick 2 years before I got a damn guitar from them, but sure, that works.
Wow. Billy Baloney says, my wife bought me an engraved metal pick for Christmas. I hate it.
I bet.
So we got this picture that I found on the Twitter. Let me see here.
Whose pick's that?
Oh.
Oh, I did not know. Apparently, I was just going through the picks and I was like, "What's this pick?"
Oh, nice.
Cool.
And then I flipped it around, and that would be Halenville live every Wednesday night.
You bet.
Well, that's going to go into the other group of picks because I totally didn't know I had lifestyle choices. Metal picks stick to the pickups. I can see that. Yeah. I don't know where that pick is. Do I? No. Let's take the prototype pick. There we go.
I go over here.
Oh, geez, I need to sit down again.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in regards to Dylan, I've never heard anyone say anything bad about his pickups.
Hey, I don't think I need to keep the empty 6-pack of Master 8 strings. Got another one with 2 left in it. All right, that's fine. All right, let's see here.
Master 8 strings, they send you an extra 2. That'd actually be a good gimmick.
Right.
Perfect for your 6-string guitar or 7 or 8.
So get a load of
Pedal to the Metal guitars pick in here already. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, that picture. Yeah, I thought that's pretty unique, actually. And kind of cool that
Oh, yeah.
Schaefer does that.
Oh, another show me your pick. Put that up there. Bet you they came together. XL Jazz 3. Not using that ever again in my life. What do we got? Tie-dye picks. No. Music Lily. Whatever.
No, Eddie
Some
Fay,
picks.
he received that guitar from a friend. He didn't order it from Amazon. But yes, they are widely sold on Amazon, just like Firefly. Except
This is what I used forever in the
you can
90s
get
and
in
early,
Canada.
early 2000s. George Dennis, 1.05. Really textured, and they used to come to a fine point, but that one's been rounded off. These were great picks until I got on stage, and then I found all the grippiness just got filled with sweat, and they did not work out at all. Well, apparently I can't find that other metal pick. I must have given it away or stepped on it and lost it. I don't know. Well, clearly I still have one of Dad's picks in here. Where are they anyway? 60s.
No problem, Eddie.
Dunlop 60. Oh, I'm looking for a specific pick. Metal pick. I'm not seeing. Oh,
LR,
There we go.
the funny of the night. Ben.
this is what I recommend everybody use. Come on, focus. Focus. Yeah, we'll bring it real close. We'll bring it back. See what happens. No. No. How about if I show my face? No.
I've seen that one
Come on.
before, haven't I?
Oh, probably. Let's see here.
Gotta put your hand behind it.
There we go.
Yeah,
There it is.
you're gonna. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that was an awesome one.
What's up, Jim Woodard? I don't know. Anyways, where'd the bag go for these so I can keep them separate from the rest of... Well, I don't know. I lost that bag. Oh, well. Metal picks. Now mixed in. Storm's Guitars. Where are they out of? Probably says on the back. I can't read that. 206 area code. No idea. Anyways, moving on. Any new questions? Apparently, Guitar Man 45 does not have personalized picks.
Somebody had asked if you bought the Ivy, and as we said, no, it was a gift.
That is true. It was a gift from a friend. Thank you, Sound Propeller Patrick. I was just thinking about you the other day. I have not seen you in ages, my friend.
Yeah.
Seattle.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Canucks without pick guards on Les Pauls, but with picks.
That's right.
Rico B, glad I picked your show tonight.
As are we.
James Hogging, metal picks, drill a hole in it, and put it on a chain and wear it. Exactly.
Yeah, that's about the extent of it.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's Vietnamese, Ryan, written on there. I assume since it was made in Vietnam.
Right?
Yeah, it would have to be then, in that case.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And Paul McNary is familiar with Don't Talk Stones picks. Quit picking on Ben.
Well,
Upcoming
there you go.
pedal demos.
Question.
I still got to suss that out, although I have the adapter now. It's just getting some ambition. That's a good question. What should my first demo in 2 years be on?
Maybe something you
God?
received recently from someone?
No, those were all too complicated. Most of the pedals I bought last year, Terry. I do not want to do a Henning Pauly 45-minute fucking video on a pedal. You know, the Halo, the Hydra. No.
No, I meant the one you got as a gift recently.
Oh, I could.
That
Actually,
goes
yeah,
with
the Octa
theme of the
pedal.
year. Yep.
Eventually, I caught on to what you were talking about, Terry. You know, it took me a minute. Lifestyle choices. Speaking of lifestyle choices. Hello, Richard Nagamitsu. Nagamitsu? I think. Richard came over from Pete's Chat. I recognize Richard from Pete's Chat yesterday. What's the pedal of the year again? Octave pedals, Eddie Fay. What am I going to use to display the pedal? The same thing that I'm currently using to display various stuff that's sitting in it. I'm curious, the back tippability. I'm thinking I may want to just put some kind of a wedge on the back just to keep it from maybe stabilize it a bit. Which, what I'm going to do, I'm thinking I'll just glue 2 right angle triangles on the back, depending on the weight of the pedal. But yeah, you can also get these from Pedal to the Metal Guitars. Just saying, you know, we got that, that, and then we got the tributes. I'm just saying, you can. What's up, Boner Jams? How's your sexy ass self? It's even got a humbucker telly on this one, as it should. Nice. I'm having problems choosing a delay, Richard said. All right. So, the first question is, do you want to go analog or digital? That's all I need to know. Glue a couple of those steel picks to the back. I like that. We need to do a giveaway. I don't know about that, Brad, since I still haven't sent the last giveaway to Hip yet. It's only been a year.
Oh my god.
I bought the envelope for it. Analog. Okay. I can't, honestly, Richard, I really love the Halo. It's a lot of delay. Not always analog, Randy. Sometimes you want the digital delays for the, the 80s sound. But if you just want a simple analog delay, in my opinion, you can't go wrong. Industry standard. That's out of my reach. Oh, I'm getting up. It's an excuse to stretch the hip out, Terry. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Son of a gun. MXR carbon copy. You cannot go wrong with an MXR carbon copy. And apparently that's my settings for an MXR carbon copy for simple slapback type effect. Mixed way down. Digital, I'd just go with like a Boss DD3 because they're the cheapest. Is Lawrence still making the delays unbelievable? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I won't recommend the Boss analog delay, Terry, even though I've seen it on a crap ton of pedal boards, only because I haven't used it myself. That's the only reason I won't recommend it, although I would assume it's a really good one because a lot of people like it.
I was alone with either the DD3 or the 7.
Yeah, the only difference between the two is the 7 has a modulated delay, as I recall, when the 3 doesn't. I had a 3, work great. They're going up in value. You used to be able to pick up a DD3 for $50, $60 any day of the week, and now they're all $80 to $100 or more. Other than that, there is the LPD delay, if they still sell it, the offset delay. I'm looking down. That's his digital, and then he also has the rival delay, which was an analog. You may be able to find a secondary market. Leaning towards the Halo. Richard, by any chance, are you in the United States? Because this will really benefit you. And you're thinking about buying it online. I'm just saying, if you're going to get one, go to tesiswitch.com, use my coupon code of 15% because it works site-wide. And It's the same price as, say, Sweetwater, except you're saving 15% that Sweetwater is not saving you.
Yeah.
John says, big box memory man. Why? You get 2 of them in a Halo, John. You had one. And you go, Charlotte. Oh, great town. Yes, another Charlotte guy. Love it. Love Charlotte. Spent a lot of time down there. Well,
now,
Concord.
somebody had asked, do they make an analog/digital delay or delays?
Yes. There are several digital delays out there that mimic analog delays. Like,
Yeah.
in all honesty, Terry, the Halo is a dual, 2 analog delays, right? 2 memory mans. But I guarantee you that's digital inside. I bet you it's all digital stuff.
Yeah,
That's
that wouldn't
mimic-
surprise
This
me.
thing used.
Oh,
He's
wow.
got all kinds of stuff on it, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, and there is an offset delay on LPD.com. Excellent. John keeps waving the flag for an H90. Well, it's fine if you can get one, John. We're not all you. Hey, Doug Strong's kids are finally unconscious. I don't know. Do I have any other delays around that I would actually recommend? No, because I think I sold my, if I'm not mistaken, I sold my Boss delay to Billy Baloney. I could be wrong. He can correct me. I do have the Rock Tech delay. Do not recommend it. I kind of. I do have the, over there, what was that? The FX96, the Dodd tape delay, which there's no tape in it. It's a very short. The longest delay setting still sounds slapbacky, so I do not recommend that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's Lawrence stuff. Quickly looking around the room. Down on the floor. Nope. I apparently have sold all my other delays. I used a little, what was the mini one I owned a few of? The hell was that? I'll come back to me.
At the end of the day, it simply comes down to, again, what do you want to spend on a delay? That dictates what kind of delay you get.
This is true. Okay, so the offset is sold out, but pick up the chorus. Yes, you should. Because the chorus, you can slow the rate down to 0 and make it into a comb filter. Oh. What's comb filter?
Empress is a good brand.
Empress is a great brand. Not cheap, but great brand.
Yeah, definitely not cheap.
No. I'm just waiting for Brother Tom to just comment on some rack mount delay. Right?
Oh, you want analog delay? It's this one. Oh, it's a rack unit, and it's $3,000, Tom.
Ryan's got the Carbon Copy Deluxe. I can't remember that. Is that a vase? It's a glass saxophone. That's branded, actually. It could be used as a vase.
Yes, you can put your flower in there. Yes, or flowers. Of various varieties.
Yeah, a lot of people have got that Waza DM2W. Let's try my Vunt, the SD300. Keeley Halo.
Yep. JHS
my saxophone's on fire.
3.
Yep. It's just smoldering. Mind if I smoke? Just don't burst into flames. I wonder what a Tonewood amp would do for your semi-hollow. That would be interesting. That would be interesting, actually. Richard's been using a big old Dan Electro tape delay for 20 plus years. Interesting. Cool. I didn't think a Dan Electro product would last 20 plus years, but apparently they do. Yeah. Fun fact. Wait, we have a thing for that. That's right. I'm going to try to get the GIF. I don't know if GIFs would work for that or not, but we're going to try that for next week. La 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 la.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a clickbaity video?
Yeah, unbelievable.
How does Tonewood affect Tonewood?
What's up, Mr. Mark?
Hey, Mark.
Great to see Mark Taft. You can take Unbelievable seat. He's just headed out. He kept it warm and everything. Yeah, so if we got any other questions come in, we'll answer them. If not, we're probably going to wrap things up. Ow. Actually, while we're waiting for questions, Ben's going to get up and stretch his hip once more. It's been a really bad day. So, sorry, folks, but it's been a bad day. Oh, there we go. Got to do the old Elvis shake on the leg. Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Oh, I knew there was another clamp hiding back there. Took down the Christmas lights last night. Remember, it's January. So, yes. You know, it's weird. I was hanging out with Mark Taft at his place last Monday afternoon, and I had 2 less guitars than I have now. Mm-hmm. It's been a weird week. It's been a really weird week. Well, the thing was, Mark and I were supposed to get together at the end of last week. We were talking about getting together to go do some guitar safaring around local pawn shops. See if we can snag on an octave pedal or something, Terry, or whatever. See if there's any deals out there. But that's not an option now. Because Ben spent all the money. So... Yeah, it's great to see Sound Propeller Patrick in here. Like I say, that's 3 times, Trev. 3 times in the last 2 weeks I've thought about a member of the YouTube community that I haven't seen in a bit, and they've appeared.
Yeah.
I was trying to mention that he said he's been busy recording an album and working. That's
okay. Thank you, Terry. Actually, Randy's been checking out the Dipped in Tone podcast with Rhett Scholl, and I believe Zach Broyles from Mythos does that with him. At least some of the time. And, yeah.
God.
It's a good podcast. So,
any
for Mark,
of the videos that Rhett Scholl posts.
We'll do, I almost, because it's been since the last episode, we could do NGDs. So, Mark, we got this today. There we go. And this is nice and thin. Great to play. Love it. And then... Man, with the boom stand out of the way. Oh, this is going to be fun. So why don't we just put that right in front of it, too? So, all right, let's see how we do. Charles is about to have a meltdown. He's like, easy. You need to be more that way. So, you're going to come forward. Yeah, easy. Oh, we'll slide out of there. We're careful. And then, for those that missed last Wednesday's show, or... somebody also snagged this stuff off.
There's definitely a little bit of thickness difference.
No, this one's thicker. Yeah, sure. This one's twice as thick. I will say, over this style, Terry, that one actually has a plate on it. I like the plate.
Yeah.
Mark says that's a nice guitar band, and that's probably for the first one due to the delay. So then we got this one last week, Mark. This is Gretsch. Similar headstock, actually, come to think of it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said there's a bunch of companies that are now using that just for the simple fact that nobody's copyrighted it, so nobody can sue another person.
The Gretsch is a little longer. But hey, Braxel.
It looks like it's a little bit of a wider headstock, too.
There we go.
Little bit.
Apparently, it was supposed to be year of the octave, but apparently it's year of the F-holes. Charles is asking if I still have his address. Nope. Charles is just like, you could just box them up like this somehow.
Wow. About half thickness. Or at least close to half thickness.
It's all about the block inlays this week. Yep. So, yeah.
Hey, Braxel.
Doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. All right. Now, if I didn't know better, I'd think I'm starting a jazz band. Just saying.
Jazz band, rockabilly, country.
Rockabilly, yeah.
Definitely into those styles with those 2 guitars.
Yeah. Why does Ben always set up on the same side of the stage where you got the merch table? Because we don't know how many T-shirts we're going to need to stuff in the guitars during the set. Hey, found that bag. Yeah. Sweet. Score. Now where are the picks?
Like a Gibson without the butt crack. Yep, I agree. It's kind of a good point.
That's one of them.
With the headstocks.
I'm working on getting a semi-hollow Gretsch, Basil says. Wow. I think you should. Pat Metheny, I'm not that talented. Ted Nugent, I'm not that loud. Doing okay, trying to design my home studio. Awesome. Got a Danger Fox, which at first I thought it said Dane Electro, and I'm like, fuck that. You do not put a Dane Electro mixing console in. Well, okay, could be worse.
Well, that might actually be the only...
Gary, I got a great deal on a 24-track Behringer mixer console.
Nice.
No. No. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so let's just... Hang on, I gotta... Wow, this just...
No, but I'm just saying that might be the only thing you'd actually buy that was labeled Dan Electro. A nice big Dan Electro desk.
Okay, so a Danger Fox 24 U-Desk. You should go see them on the site. They're awesome. Okay, so... Oh, I can't highlight a Danger Fox 24. Fox 4U. Perfect. So we'll just do a search. It is, and I will look at that after the show. Perfect. All right. Semi-hollow PRS or 335 style? Yeah, kind of the ES 175. No, wait. Are they thicker? Wait. No, ES 175 is thicker. So, Guild Starfire, 335, single cut if it was single cut. Yeah. Show us on the doll where the Dane Electro touched you. There, and in the wallet. In the wallet. Doug Strong said, who at Dane Electro hurt
Reference?
you? Whoever sets their price points, Doug. I'm sorry, but a Dane Electro new is not worth $1,000 Canadian. It just simply isn't. It isn't. Mark Dillon, he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Reference 70s kitchen tables in future in regards to Dan Electro and Ben.
Yeah. Now, at least you can intonate a Dane Electro now. It's not a non-intonatable bridge. Really? But Terry, is it like a Gretsch that's a floating bridge so you can intonate it?
Right.
No, it's screwed down in place, Terry, and you can't set the intonation on the guitar. And if you can't do that, one only assumes it doesn't even have a truss rod in it. So who knows about that? Yeah. It may. Oh, well, hopefully it's not busy in a bad way, Mark. I get it. Hey! Michael Crow's cut here just in time for the Electro Talk. Exactly, Patrick. Randy says with the 175 you need to play some. Yes. Izzy Stradlin stuff for me. He was a big 175 player. I think they did, Paul.
You could also do Rush.
Some Rush. Oh, just flaked. We can do some Chris Cornell stuff, actually. Or some Foo Fighters.
Hmm?
Yeah, but that might be the only Dan Electro Ben might be interested in. Guitar Man 45.
Yeah, the Dano 12s. I do like the sound of the Dano 12s because they're one of the few 12s that actually have actual single coils. What's up, Dylan? Oh, fun. Well, you enjoy that. I cannot help you.
Oh, Dylan.
He's the one that was talking OBS. Terry's like, oh, you should use OBS. No, I know StreamYard. He knows the OBS. So, yeah. And I did check out the C4, Dylan. That's quite the pedal. I like. Yes. For those who didn't know, check out Flipside Music on their YouTube channel. They go live every Thursday with a "What the fuck?" and yeah, Chris Cornell stuff. You know, Soundgarden, solo career. Not so much all the Audio Slave. They do a live Q&A every Thursday. They call it 4 p.m. because they're on Mountain Time Zone. But who's on that, really? 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. C4 is awesome. Yep. Ooh, nice. And good guys.
Nice.
And great shop. And it's about to be a greater shop once they're fully moved into the new shop. The Reverend 12 does have P90s, and I think I did play that at the last NAMM show, but oh man, that was a couple years ago. I really don't remember. Exactly, Richard. Exactly. And let's be honest, that's going to be, let's say, 650, 700, Trev. I'm okay with that for an electric 12. You know what I'm saying? Or to save up space on the rack, can I get a Dane Electro double neck that's a 12 string and a bass? Do a 12 string on one neck and a Longhorn bass on the other? Perfect. Takes up one spot in the rack, kills 2 stones.
Actually, I thought there was that as a combination somewhere.
Oh, they probably do. They do the weirdest things.
Might be a custom shop.
Billy Bloney says Bonnie Raitt played an ES-175. See, I always knew her as playing Strats forever. Playing her same Strat forever.
Yeah, Strat or an acoustic.
Agreed, Eddie. Agreed. Chris Cornell was, he was a treasure. Like, the moment I first heard, I'm trying to think, the first time I heard Soundgarden, because I'm going to let Trev do the follow-up to this one, because I know I've heard. But for me, my first experience was hearing that cool feedback coming in on Loud Love, and there's Chris wearing nothing but a pair of Doc Martens and his duct tape shorts, because that's what they were, shorts covered in duct tape, and because that was his look for Loud Love deal. And I went, oh, I like this, and because he comes up, you're like, yes, he can sing. And and then right through Bad Motorfinger, that it was all about the Soundgarden. That's where I first started playing drop D tuning. For me, it was playing Soundgarden tunes. And but what about you, Terry? First experience with Soundgarden. Let's go with that. Your first experience with Soundgarden.
Dropped a course on Much Music. Bad Rusty Cage.
Rusty Cage, okay, yep. Which I believe wasn't Rusty Cage actually, Trev, the first single off Bad Motorfinger, and then Outshined was the second, or Jesus Christ Post was that one, something like that. But okay, yeah, I can see that, Terry. Which again, great song. Yep. And now Trev with the piece de resistance, because we know where he's based out of, folks. He's out of the Vancouver area. And what did Seattle bands do before they made any money? Gig in Vancouver.
Metal Mondays at Club Soda. Saw a lot of bands come up through there, and Soundgarden was one of them, and that show was epic. It's a bar size. I mean, how many people you get in the Club Soda? There's less than 500. Small. And they were loud, and it sounded so good. After that, it was like, yeah, these guys are put into regular rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding.
And I agree, 80 Faces. I'm convinced Chris Cornell's Seasons could have been a hidden track on Zeppelin 4. I agree. Excuse me. For Basil, it was Black Hole Sun on MTV. Now, see, I'll preface it. Black Hole, okay. Super Unknown for Soundgarden, Trev, was like the Black Album for Metallica, right? Because they had some notoriety, but then, boom, right?
Yeah.
But it was also a bit of a departure from pre-existing, right? And like I know Pete Thorne, that's his favorite album, was Super Unknown, which is a strong album. However, for me as for me, Bad Motorfinger, it's all the influence at that time. And then I was like, oh, what? New Soundgarden video coming out. Yes. And then Black Hole Sun started, and I went, okay, this is starting a little mellow. And then we got to the chorus, and I'm like, this is still off. And I'm like, where's Chris's hair? He's got short hair. It's kind of like when Metallica released the video for, what was it, Until It Sleeps, what the hell their mellow song was. And they all come in. And I'm like, wow, what is this pile of steaming? But yeah, I remember Jesus Christ Post was banned a lot, apparently, in the U.S. for play. But I remember Soundgarden used to love playing that song in Canada. Because they talk about it. And when I saw them on that tour, they mentioned that. We don't get to play the song at every show, so we want to really play it. And see a few more first Soundgarden experiences in here. So, we got Preferred Louder Than Love from Scott Brockway, sure.
Love it. That's awesome album.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Was Club Soda owned by Frank Soda?
I don't know. There's one in Montreal, and it come up at the top of the searches.
Sound Propeller Patrick. First Soundgarden experience was at a bar, University District in Seattle, when Chris was still playing drums around the time of the first EP. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Billy says the SST Soundgarden stuff was cool too. Yep. Richard, working down the Valley Record Store in Golden Valley, Minnesota, when the first Soundgarden EP was released, so I bought a copy, and every time I played it in the store, somebody bought a copy. Yep. I remember, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they re-released the 2 EPs on one CD and or cassette.
I think
that's what I ended up picking up. Let's see here. Doug Strong, Jesus Christ Post. Yeah, lead single as per wiki. Okay. Loud and Love is number 1, according to Patrick. Rusty Cage is still one of the best.
Hand, another good song.
Oh, excuse me.
But
nice.
In all honesty, they were a modern day band that actually were able to put out album after album that didn't have crappy songs on it.
They reminded me a lot of Zeppelin in the not the music, but every album was different. Like if you look at the first, the half dozen Zeppelin albums, it started out, pretty much straight blues rock. 2, blues rock with a little something something on the side. By 3, new direction. 4, new direction. 5, House of Holy, new direction. Physical Graffiti, it was just by Physical Graffiti, you're getting the hodgepodge of the 4 or 5 different stylings of Zeppelin on, and loved what I found through. Black Days doesn't get enough love. Fell in Black Days, Bird in My Hand. The only time I saw Chris Cornell was with Audioslave at the Cool House, back when it was still around, 15 years after Bad Motorfinger. Well, Doug, you're young. It's okay. You're young. Billy saw Soundgarden with Faith No More and Voivod. Nice lineup.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah. Saw Chris at a Seattle club with a young Pete Thorne in the band, probably 2007, Richard said.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. And, and not fine. They grew with each album, but unfortunately for me, they went off in a direction. Like, my roommate totally got into Super Unknown. That was, he loved that album. And he played the fuck out of it. But then, and going after, I still dug it, but it just wasn't that same as that balls out, like, fuck, we're going to play in drop D and just kick ass. Because I was like, it reminded me kind of Metallica-y, we'll say, in the heaviness, Trev. But then you got like a Bruce Dickinson out front just giving her, right? So I was like, okay. And then the first time I saw, I think it was for the video for Jesus Christ Pose, and there's Chris playing. I'm like, wait, he plays guitar too? And then by that time I was getting into the EPs, and then you look at the EP, I'm like, he plays drums too? I'm like, what can this guy not do? And Bad Motorfinger, I ended up getting the European release, so it was a 2 CD set. It's got all the tracks. I can't remember all the stuff that's on the second CD. Including, I remember a cover of Earache in My Eye they did. I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, I remember what you're saying because it was either the third or fourth Soundgarden album. There was a track and it was just all over the place, which you can tell that they were trying to be creative, but it just was such a chaotic mess of guitar like runs and everything else, and it was such a weird track. And that definitely was one of those tracks where it definitely made me be like,
that's what was it like when I heard JJ's band jam a couple years ago. Like some of the jam stuff they were doing, Trev, it was like Big Dumb Sex, kind of thing. Yeah. And I was just like, yes, okay, because that's what I was thinking in my head. Like, yeah, they're not going after Fell in Black Days or Black Holes on, no, we're going for Big Dumb Sex side of things. Yes. And Richard says, last time I saw him was acoustic in Charlotte. For some stupid reason, we didn't go to the show in Charlotte just before the end. I was actually in Concord when I found out the news that Chris passed away, because it was one of those weird things. As much as we josh back and forth, cousin Doug and I'm sitting outside having a coffee one morning, Trev. Doug comes out of the trailer. He's like, have you been on social media? And I was like, no, not really. He's like, don't. I was like, what's up? And he told me. See, it still chokes me up because, he's like, and he knew. So I remember somebody had put out a very long story statement thing. I remember reading it that night. That was, I can't remember if it was a close friend or a fellow musician. I can't remember the exact contact and who it was, and I wish I did, but it was beautifully written. So, but yeah, that's where I was, down in Charlotte. Well, Concord, which I'll say same thing. Locals don't, because they're 20-minute drive apart without traffic. So there we go. On that positive note, wow, we went well over on tonight. That's okay. 53 people watching. That's awesome.
Right on.
Again, please subscribe if you're new. If you want to help support the channel, become a patron or click the join button and get a free toque. Just saying. Comes after 30 days. Yours is on its way, Riff. Trust me. And then you two will have a toque. And we got the Zoom hang now. Apparently, it's all official. I already got the link, apparently. Thumbs, yes. Thank you, Braxel. Thumbs ups always help. And if you're watching on replay, especially if you're at this point, comment. And I have a soda pop video. I still have to upload it. It's on my phone. Just need to put it on this. And then I can put it on this. So, I got to do that tomorrow. I really need to do that tomorrow to put it on Wednesday. And then, there's Brother Tom. Oh, let's start over here. And,
yes,
I think I'm going to do a restring and a setup on that thing for a video, because Mazel, I got strings, and I've got a guitar.
Go through
and then that also allows me to not hook up the mixer and dial it in for a week, Trev. See how I did?
Order of operations, man.
Pushing it back. What do you get after 2.5 years? My undying gratitude, love, Bo. Virtual hugs. That's right, Tom. It's a good call. Check in on your friends and family. I always think about that, too. Like, it's one of those things, I should reach out to Buddy. I haven't talked in a while. Reach out to them. If you're thinking of them, reach out to them. Do it now, because you don't know when you're going to be able to. And, so you just, have a 45-minute phone call with somebody. Do it. You'll feel better. They'll feel better. Get some giggles. Who doesn't like giggling? If you don't like giggling, there's something wrong with you. So, Mazel do it, Eddie.
You say that, and then Eddie Faye posts it up.
Yeah. I don't know how to spell it, Eddie. It works for me. Yeah, Mazel.
Mazel.
If you're thirsty, Mazel, have a drink. It's also, yes, music is not a competition. If you like it, that's all that matters. Just wrapping things up, Dean. You'll have to catch the replay. Keith will outlive us all. Yes. And, so see y'all. No. You'll see us in the next one. We'll see you when you put out content, because that's how it works.
Or in a Zoom hang if you join the Water Buffalo Club.
Exactly. Yes. And Moz will play the song that anyone that joined in late, missed.
Cool little riff.
We'll tune it up. So, as always, hold those doors open. Let Trev in ahead of you in traffic, because if he's driving, he's probably working. And he'd just like to get the
Gotta go
day
fix your
over
coffee
with.
machine.
He's coming to fix your coffee machine.
Yep, exactly. So, be good to each other. Doug's wife's real. And, of course, don't litter. Where's the song? And then I'm going to
See you,
mute Mike.
Dale.
Peace, folks.